good evening, whatever time of day it is for you. This is Laurie Laursen, and welcome to the Wealthy LaLa Show. Today is episode 154-2, and today is going to be a one foot in front of the other kind of show. I am not feeling 100%, and what is 100% anyways? I'm, I, I'm my body and myself are. We're on the passive kind of train today. I have already been up, done some meditations slash activations, and fell asleep. This cold seems to be alleviating, and at the same time, my body wants even more rest. So we just listen. Actually, I'm so grateful that I can actually hear it. I know I talked about that in one of the shows recently where I had read on an article, and I think it was Ideal Pod. They release a whole bunch of different blogs all the time, and it said that 36% of the people can actually 36% of people are actually aware of themselves, and what they need. Now, when you think about it, now I was definitely one of so if we go like basically 1 out of 3, I was definitely one of the 2 out of 3 before, hands down, not aware of what I needed, not aware of what I was feeling. Very, very unaware. And I have become very aware of myself. Now, there's still an unfolding to it. I get that as time goes and moves forward, that there'll always be more. And I'm also really, really grateful that I'm aware of what I'm aware of in my world now. And what's been really interesting is with having this cold or whatever you want to call it, under the weather, is that I've not been judging myself with it. And I'm super grateful for that. I've got myself to a place of freedom where I'm just like, okay, this is what it is. And I wonder what else is possible now with it for myself. And I will admit that it has created a space where there's a few books that I wanted to finish reading. And that book I talked about the other day by Sherry Salata, The Beautiful No. If you are a person, a woman especially, someone who is in the part of your life that you're finishing sort of one area of your life and you'd like to change your life into something different, or like say you've retired, or you've gotten let go out of a job that you had for a long time, or your kids have all left home. It's really about the change. And so much of there's all different kind of stories of her awarenesses of what she learned about herself. And for incredibly grateful as she was about being on Oprah's show. She was the executive producer for the last 5 years. She worked there for, I think it was 21 years. She said it was incredible, like the information that she gathered, the people that she worked with, the quality of the environment that she worked in her words, were like outstanding. And what she discovered when she came out of it is there was a place where she hadn't actually really taken care of herself, like herself physically. So she took care of the job, and that was her choice at that time. Do you know that was actually another thing that she brought up? People would, she actually talks about how people interviewed her and say, like, what do you do in your free time? And she basically couldn't really say that she'd done anything in her free time because she never really had any free time. And then they asked her about the work life balance. And I loved her response in there because she says, I really think, and these are going to actually be my words, not hers, because I actually don't have the book with me. But what I loved is she actually kind of almost called BS on it. That we choose what we choose when we're choosing it because we want to choose it at that time. And that is it possible to actually take every part of our life, put it in a pie, and give each of it at the exact same amount of attention? Say so you got 5 things, you get 100%, you give each thing 20%. Well, with a job like she had to give, chose to, wanted to give that much to her life at that time. Because I've been looking at my life with regards to my health and having an awareness of what created it, and looking at it and going, well, if I wouldn't have had kids, I could have taken care of myself way sooner. But that would have been over my dead body. For me, being a mom, having kids, was not a question. It wasn't optional. It was in my life. It happened in my life. I was blessed that it was created that way and that I had 3 of them, that I have absolutely no regrets over that. So, I just wonder, like, how many conclusions that we have, how many decisions we have about life and how it should look. And, you know, um, you know, we get to a place when we get to a place. What if having kids is what got me to the point that I got to? What if having kids and then having grandchildren is what inspired me to see life in a completely different way? Because I really noticed that with having the kids around, the grandkids, how much I'm absolutely adoring their interest in life, their simplicity, their playfulness, their curiosity, their dreaming, the other day when our oldest grandson was over, Parker, uh, it was so fun because while my husband and son were working on the shed, I was basically following Parker around the yard as he pleased. And we went into one of the big sheds. He'd found a couple of wrenches. And so we went into this one shed and he was fixing the tires. And then between the 2 tires, they were dualies. So this particular tractor is a dually, so it had two wheels on the back. I was able to stick my head in between and peek through a hole, and then he could see me and we could laugh. And then at the time, we also had a really big puddle still in the yard. And so he was able to, I'm like, Parker, go for it. And so he just waltzes right through the puddle. And then I waltz through the puddle. You know, yeah, yeah. I just love that. I bought a book for my granddaughter. Not sure when I'll give it to her. I mean, she's only 2.5 months old, right? So, but it's a mermaid one, and it has that glitter that you can roll back and forth on the front copy of the book. It's already bringing me joy, and I haven't even had a chance to read it with her. It's so funny. It's Mamma Mia, and it's a mermaid. I think I said that. Oh God, I'm loving this. This may seem like a really simple show. Um, and I didn't know what to talk about. I was actually just waiting and waiting, and I was well, I wasn't really putting it off, but I finally realized I'm just going to put one foot in front of the other or one word in front of the other and just keep going and see what shows up. But there's this presence with just being present that is kind of astounding me how incredibly valuable it is. How incredibly game changing it is to be so present with ourselves, to be able to hear, And however you lost that presence in your life, if you find that you struggle with it, it really doesn't matter. If you need to know and you want to know and it creates more for you to know, ask the universe, the divine source, God, to show you. And I love to ask the question, if it actually creates greater for me, my life and my living and my future and the world, would you please show me? Show me what created this lack of presence. And I know for me, it was just it was a survival thing to not focus on me and to focus on the others around me. And so as I invite myself more into this presence, little by little by little, it is just so sweet. I've talked about energetic priorities, and Corey Michelle, the one workshop that I told you that I'm going to be a part of, I'm choosing for the next 30 days. Well, it starts, I think, August 1st or whatever Sunday is for me. I guess it's July 28th here for me here in Canada. She's in Australia, so it's going to start the Monday, the 29th for her. But with Corey Michelle, she's the one who sort of trademarked the energetic priority wording. And what I realized for me is one energetic priority I am adding into my life. Actually, you know what I'm going to add both? Is presence and kindness. I realized I've done a really good job of being kind to other people, and yet not so much for myself. And so I'm really incredibly grateful that, life is as changeable as it is, except when I don't want it to change. Right? You guys probably don't have that, right? You just want everything to change until you don't, or you want everything to stay the same until we don't. Aren't we funny? You know what? I'm gonna tell you guys a couple of really goofy jokes. I am so good at sleeping. I can do it with my eyes closed. My boss told me to have a good day, so I went home. Jeez. Oh, my dog used to chase people on a bike a lot. It got so bad, finally I had to take his bike away. Oh my God. Oh, guys, you guys, this is hilarious. I told my girlfriend she drew her eyebrows too high. She seemed surprised. Oh, geez. Oh, that is so funny. Oh, I bought some shoes from a drug dealer. I don't know what he laced them with, but I've been tripping all day. Jesus. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. Today at the bank, an old lady asked me to help her check her balance. So I pushed her over. Jesus. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. That is so funny. Oh, when you really look closely, all mirrors look like eyeballs. Oh, my friend says to me, "What rhymes with orange?" I said, "No, it doesn't." Oh, do you guys get it? What rhymes with orange? No, it doesn't. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, that was so funny. Some oh, my wife told me I had to stop acting like a flamingo. So I had to put my foot down. That's good. Oh, oh, geez. Oh, God, I couldn't figure out why the baseball kept getting larger. Then it hit me. Oh, I ate a clock yesterday. It was very time consuming. Oh gosh, I know a lot of jokes about unemployed people, but none of them work. Oh, 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 guys, did you hear about the Italian chef that died? He passed away. Oh, my wife accused me of being immature. I told her to get out of my fort. Oh my God. Okay, you guys. Oh, listen, seriously, that was funny. Well, thanks for allowing me to add some humor into my life. I hope I add some humor into yours. Little introspection, little bit of humor. Have an amazing day, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Thanks so much.